Anyhow, so we're live. What's up, people? Today we're here with Tom. He's one of my longest time
Out here.
friends. And Tom has done the Adam and Tom show quite a few times with me, which you can find on YouTube. I'll go ahead and pop the link in there. And what's up, Tom? How you doing?
Not much. I've just been, I've talked to you a few times, a few weeks, recovering from the old blood clot. That was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's awful, man. So
Uh,
how? So are you jumping and skipping around now? You doing pretty good?
I wouldn't go that far, but walking pretty much normal now. Still a little bit of swelling, but basically back to normal. Only drinking, on Saturdays now just to keep my blood levels. Even though yesterday I went and got my blood level checked, and
Uh
my
huh.
blood went down, but my blood's too thick technically right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
technically, I should be drinking more now. Because drinking was poison. And I even told the pharmacist lady that does all my stuff. And the funny thing is, I've only known her for a month,
Uh
and I've
huh.
only talked to her 5, 6 times. Excuse me.
Damn.
And she goes, your blood level is she goes, your blood level is really low. And I go, oh, that's weird. She goes, did you miss a pill? And I said, no, I did, because I'm taking blood thinners. I said, no. And I said, well, and she goes, oh, that's weird. And I go, well, I did drink, last Saturday, because I told her, I have to let her know when I'm drinking and stuff like that. And I go, well, I
Yeah.
did drink last Saturday. I'm only drinking on Saturdays. And she goes, well, no, she goes, you drinking would raise it. And I go, oh, and I go, so you're telling me I should drink more? And she goes, I knew you'd say that. She's only known me for a month that she already knew I'd say that. And I was like, that's something that Haley would say. Haley would say that.
Yeah,
Um,
it seems like no matter what you're doing, like alcohol usually doesn't help it.
no, I know. It's like I knew you'd say that. I'm like, what? I'm like, but no, I'm getting better. I mean, it's nice to get back and functioning. And it was a nightmare for a while. But yeah, I'm getting back to bed. I was using a I was using a walker for a little while. Then I had a cane. I've been using a cane for the last few weeks. Then at work, I lost it like 3 or 4 times. I put it up while I didn't need it, and then I'm like, shit, where the hell I put that? But yeah,
But
getting back to normal. But
what you had scared the crap out of me because around the same time, like 2 weeks after you had your thing, I had almost the same symptoms.
you talked to
But
me, and when you told me that it only hurt when you lay down at night, I'm like, oh shit, because I was like, that was like Amanda looked it up, and she's like, the symptoms are like it only hurts when you like lay down, like you rest because you're settling, and then it starts settling in your body, and that's what I went through. But then when I would get up, but I work a lot and I'm on my feet a lot, so like it didn't settle long enough. That's why I was worried about you too. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, when you told me that about the laying, I'm like, ugh. And then now that you're home and you're working from home, and obviously
yeah,
everybody right now is sitting around more than ever. I shouldn't say everybody. Most people are sitting around more than ever because there's nothing to do.
yeah.
So yeah, you worried me too, and I'm like, and then when you called me and you were asking me the symptoms and all that stuff, I was like, and that's why I said, get checked out, man. Don't. I mean, I let it go. Which I started with like a little pain in my groin, like
Mm-hmm.
right up on the crotch, a little, the crest area by your nut sack, and I didn't think anything of it. I really didn't, and it kind of came and gone as the week went by. And then that Saturday, that night, man, my whole leg swelled up, and I was at 90. My leg was at 99% blockage.
Wow.
And then it started pushing it up, and I had two small blood clots in my lungs because it was pushing up in my whole leg was filled up, so it had nowhere to go, so it pushes up, so then it goes up into your lungs. Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
what I had was similar stuff. I had swelling and that crotch pain, and basically I'd been sitting around a lot. I was pretty inactive, and I was like, man, I got to get out and do something. So I went out skateboarding, and they said I probably pulled my groin when I was skateboarding, which is
Oh, don't-
I'm not real well conditioned to it. So it scared me that it was similar to your symptoms, but I had the whole ultrasound done on my leg and everything, and they showed me my veins and stuff, and everything is like pretty clear. I'm pretty good. Um,
and, and you didn't wait around. You went when you started. See, I didn't have any swelling or anything. That's what I mean. Mine, I didn't do the pain that I had in my groin was on a Monday morning, and I told Amanda, I got up and I started feeling my leg. I was like, oh, I got a pain in there. I go, it feels like I pulled a muscle. But obviously, with it's this time of year, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not out golfing. I'm not doing. We were at Buffalo Wild Wings that Sunday before, just hanging out, drinking a few beers, watching sports. I mean, nothing to do this time of year because it's winter time and stuff. And I, I'm like, man, how the hell would I have pulled a muscle? And then I got to work, and I even dicked around with guys. Some of the guys I worked with, I was like, man, I pulled a muscle. I was like, man, I wonder what my girlfriend did to me the other night. I was like, man, she must have thrown me around or something. And then as the week went on, I had it, and it came and went. It hurt more in the morning and in my lower back.
yeah.
And then it kind of came and went, and just. But as night went on, every night it was worse. I mean, I couldn't sleep. I thought it was the way I was sleeping was throwing it off, and it just. Oh man, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
So, what do you think, man? Are you gonna do any kind of lifestyle changes for this or anything? I mean, it probably gets blocked from. Is it a dietary thing? You know?
No, it's that's what Haley brought up. Like when I came home from the hospital, she's like, Dad, maybe you need to make a change in like your eating style and maybe not drinking as much and stuff. And do I need to do both them? Yes, I do. Maybe lay off the fried foods and eating it, B-dubs and Madison Street and, all the time. Yes, that's part of it. But that literally had nothing to do with the things that – this is what I learned. This was all new to me. Things that you get blood clots from. Oh, geez, I'm drawing a blank now. Sitting around too much. Smoking.
Right. Your audio's kind of cutting out a little bit. Are you,
Me?
Yeah.
I don't need to. Traveling, smoking.
Yeah.
Having a recent surgery. Sitting a lot, traveling. Nothing applied to me. Nothing. Hereditary. Being hereditary. Your family.
Yeah, I went ahead and I pulled up your Facebook post for the stream. Your leg, man, it's like double the size.
Yo, it's huge. But my family doctor thinks that my clot was just people just get clots for no reason.
I don't want to watch it.
It's just an unlucky. Might have been unlucky. He goes, so I advise you not to play the lottery anytime soon. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's messed up because I'm like,
I can't like see anything.
like, and I've had probably 15 to 20 people literally message me or tell me,
Come back here. Echo.
because you
Bucks.
send your blood. Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. I don't literally know people.
Yeah, I don't know the science behind it.
There's no rhyme or reason. I mean, I don't sit a lot because I work all the time. Now, I see Shane's mom posted on my Facebook the other day that Shane's dad's nephew got one, and they were saying that from him standing on concrete a lot in his factory.
Uh-huh.
Which probably be the most logical reason why I might get it, but I don't stand. I am on concrete all day at work, but I move. I'm all over. I'm not anymore. You feel I'm just on. I don't know. And there'll never be like a logical reason to explain. Okay, it was this or it was this. I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
Have some blood work done, which I will, to make sure it's not anything that maybe
Mom, I
something
can still see you in blur.
Right.
That's the only thing that they brought up. So
And also I can hear Papa Jake.
Okay, guys, go, I got some kids over here with me. Get out, go back to your fort. See ya.
Find something. Come on.
all right. So what else is going on, Adam? What's going on with you?
Me, I don't know. Just I'm working from home. I'm still working, and I just kind of hang with the wife and kids. We don't go out to any stores and stuff like that. I'm really strict on like the grocery shopping. We just do through pickup, and if I go anywhere, I legit wear a mask. Like, I don't care about looking like a goofball or anything like that. I think a lot of people are like, oh,
Well, your man bun already took care of that.
yeah, yeah. I don't care. It's like I ain't dying from this stuff. I'm gonna wear a mask, whatever.
One, you wouldn't die. You're in good health and everything. You're young enough. I get you. I get what you're saying. But literally, other than in like the last probably 5 weeks, whenever this all started, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I've literally been here,
I don't want to hear it.
here, work, well, just for the last couple weeks, in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
I went to Lowe's yesterday. To get some shelves and brackets. I've done all this shopping. She's wears gloves and walks. But Haley does like all the shopping for us and gets what we need, and she hasn't. She's still working 11, but not a lot. But yeah, I've had Michaela now. Me and Jenny alternate Michaela every other week. I've had Michaela now for this coming week will be the 5th week straight I've had Michaela, just so we don't move her back and forth, because Jenny's still working both her jobs.
Yeah.
And she's around people and stuff like that and all that shit. So she's like, well, as long as you're okay, because you guys are quarantined real well, not around anybody. I mean, other than Amanda comes over, but she gets, tested at the hospital, 'cause she works at a hospital. So I mean, she's not around the people. She's just a receptionist at the urology, but it's part of the hospital in Bucyrus. But other than her, and then Haley's boyfriend comes over, but he gets tested at work too. But other than that, Steve did stop over the other day. That was the first time. But we kept our distance. So. But yeah, I don't see any. I haven't seen, like, obviously I haven't seen you. I haven't seen Brian. I haven't seen Joey invited me over tonight. I'm like, I'm still weary. Like on normal circumstances, I'd be cautious. But now I'm really weary because obviously my immune system isn't the greatest because I'm still on thinners, and with everything I got going on, I can't take a chance of getting it. I mean, normal circumstance, if I would get it, I get 2 weeks off work, which would be paid, but I got a really good immune system because I hardly ever get sick. So,
I haven't picked up anything since December. Like, I've been pretty healthy. I'm washing my hands and wearing the mask and stuff like that, but I hardly ever go out.
My hands are so raw right now from washing them at work and home, and the hand sanitizer. My hands are so raw, and I go in and take a shower. Especially when it's been cold, I go to take a hot shower, and I'll literally stand underneath the shower, and I'll put my hands out straight because hot water because I've been washing them and rubbing them with wipes and hand sanitizer so much, especially at work, because I work with dirty grubs, a bunch of blue grubs.
Well, you gotta moisturize, man. I always keep handy a big thing of lotion and some tissues and stuff like that.
Well, that was even before the corona.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I got you. You sick, you taking it there. I was trying to keep it clean. So anyhow, I came up with some questions to ask you. Like, you're a pretty hardcore sports fan. You missing out? You having withdrawals and stuff like that?
Um, I mean, I lost out on March Madness, but I like to gamble on that. This time of year, I shouldn't say now, but a month or so ago when all this started, it didn't hit that hard because football's over. I'm diehard football.
XFL got killed though.
That sunk, and then you see he made everybody off about bankruptcy.
Yup. Never again. Probably. That's probably done.
He said done, which it was doing well. I watched it. I enjoyed it. They had some neat rules and stuff like that. It was good. I I'm a basketball fan. NBA, no, I don't really care. College basketball, yeah, because they had the March Madness. I like to bet on that and stuff. That sucked that it ended.
Yeah.
And then baseball not starting up on time. I'm an Indians fan. I'm not die hard. But if football gets messed up, you might be see go all hawk on everybody here. But
well, they say, I mean, until they have a vaccine, this could come back around in the fall.
I know, and that's the scary thing that everybody. I don't want to get all political on everything here, but
I'm trying to stay anti-political.
I do too, and I see everybody. There's so many people that want everything reopened. They want the economy back going, and so do I. I want to see these small businesses get back going because I support. I mean, Carmi's is one of my favorite places to go. That's a small business. They got to be hurting now. I mean, they're doing their takeout and stuff. They're making money, but they got rent to pay. They got all this stuff to pay. Madison Street, Clover Club, all these places. And I'm just going to throw Tiffin out here. The Mexican restaurant. These places got bills to pay too, and they can only make so much on takeout. They want to reopen. But the thing is, then you look at the other side. Okay, the numbers start dying down. Okay, the numbers are dying down. What happens when they reopen these places and somebody goes in that doesn't know they have it and they give it to everybody again? And then say that happens at 2 or 3 places, and then these people get it, and then they spread it, and we start all fucking back over again.
Yeah.
That's what worries me.
It's a weird balance. I know it's like a lot of stuff that they're trying to weigh. I don't want anybody to die over this, but I don't want anybody homeless over this either.
And that's the thing. I mean, so many places. I mean, and I'll bring up because you know well, and you can talk to me. You can talk to me about this too. Is not that Vince is hurting for money, but you look at like WWE. Look how much money they lost with WrestleMania, and not just with them. Look at the surrounding hotels and restaurants and stuff that had been panning on WrestleMania coming there for what? They probably announced it 2 years ago, year and a half ago, before it actually happened. So all these restaurants and hotels were banking on the revenue coming in for that, not just the couple days around WrestleMania, the whole week, because they always put on activities and stuff for the whole week.
Yeah.
Look at all the money that they lost off that.
People come in from everywhere. They spend money, yeah.
A whole week. Restaurants, hotels, everything. They lost money on that. Not just the WWE, but the WWE did lose money on that too. They're losing money now. I mean, not that Vince is going to be hurt. Vince is still will be set well.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that.
Especially since they're one of the few sports that's able to sneak by with still running,
Explain that one to me, Adam.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea that because he appealed to the government in Florida and then got set up as essential business. How is wrestling essential? I don't agree with that, really.
Okay, so let me. Well,
he's right though.
I know. I love WWE just as much as you do, but tell me how if you're in Florida, you're standing over there, and I have to stand 6 feet away from you because they just passed their.
Florida doesn't exist in
their 6 feet rule a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. They were more than a lot of people. Okay. So if you're standing in a store, I have to keep 6 feet from you and all that stuff. Okay. I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. In the same state, two guys can go out and sweat all over each other and throw each other all over a ring and be face to face all over the place. But I can't stand 6 feet from you in a store.
I know. I know. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But somehow,
Maybe I don't
because
know. Money.
they're like best buds with the president because his wife is the small business head, or I don't know what her position is.
I don't know if she is anymore. She was at one time.
Oh, okay.
She was. I don't know if she. Yeah, Linda was at one time. But yeah, of course he's friends with Trump. But still, this has to go to the governor of Florida. The Florida governor. But you think Vince maybe threw some money his way?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I
For
mean,
sure.
this because my dad told me that it was in the the Tiffin paper and stuff. And they said there's a lot of people in Florida that are upset that they let that go and stuff. And then I seen right after Vince got that pass, guess who threw his mouth in there and said, "What about us?" Dana White.
I know he wants to have his own private island to do
No,
UFC stuff.
that was before that, and he let that go. But then Dana White threw his hand in there and like, okay, if WWE is essential and they can get a pass, what about us? They're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
Do they get a pass in Florida for being essential? I don't know. Dana White's almost
guess-
got as much as Vince, so
Yeah, I guess they kind of have to.
because he's gonna throw because he's about as ruthless as Vince when it comes to money.
Yeah. That
So,
would be something though, if he had his own private island and he was like having UFC fights on a private island.
I seen he threw that out there that he's like, because he was dead set on having that damn pay-per-view a couple weeks ago, because it would have been tonight, right? No, last weekend. Tonight?
I don't think it was tonight.
Tonight would have been the pay-per-view that he wanted to have. Dana White. Tonight would have been the night of the pay-per-view that he wanted to have. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
this is he was going to put it on a private island.
So anyhow though, WWE must be hurting a little bit because they
Oh, yeah.
laid off
No-
like 30 people.
They lit off Kurt Angle,
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen him on TV much in a while.
which I was surprised he's still technically on the active payroll. Because a lot of them old-time wrestlers, Vince keeps on as like the Legends deal or whatever, where he just pays them a little bit of money, and then they get money for doing like autograph showings and WrestleMania and stuff like that. But I was surprised that he was technically still on the active payroll. But yeah. I see a lot of the people they laid off were just kind of the lower card people. But it sucks.
They laid
It
off
sucks
AJ Styles boys.
I know, and he wasn't happy about that. I seen that. He
Gallows
wasn't
and
happy.
Anderson, man.
Yeah, he was
They'll
not
probably
happy.
they'll go to AEW now, so
Well, but they got to be hurting too because they're not drawing fans either. So
yeah.
I mean, some of them will definitely get picked up by AEW, but they got to be hurting too because I know their ratings have been down too because of all of this.
What I guess they did is I think they filmed like 7 weeks of TV and they're just showing that now.
Who is AEW did?
Yeah.
See, WWE did.
And they're also in Florida.
Yeah. See, WWE had filmed a few weeks too because they were worried because they knew the no contact rule was coming. So they filmed some stuff ahead of time too. And then because they said that it'd been a long time since they had filmed stuff and then had to show it because they were filming like some of the Raw and SmackDown together just in ahead of time because they didn't know what they would do if they weren't able to wrestle in the Performance Center
Right.
because of the no contact thing. But
I watched both those nights of WWE, and like the empty arena matches were pretty boring for the most part. But that stuff that they did taped with the Undertaker and AJ Styles and like Bray Wyatt and John Cena, that was probably some of the best stuff I've seen in a while.
the AJ Styles Undertaker was great. The everything they did in that I thought was very, very cool. The Bray Wyatt and John Cena that was.
But you got to see the career of John Cena, basically, and the whole thing with the NWO.
Oh,
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was Amanda. Amanda literally fell asleep on the couch, and she woke up after the match was over, and she goes, "Did John Cena win or Bray Wyatt?" And I go, I'm not sure." And she goes, "I fell asleep," and she goes, "I was dreaming of the match," and she goes, "A lot of weird stuff was happening." I go, "You weren't dreaming." I go, "I think you were actually watching the match." I think she was like literally half asleep watching the match, and she thought she was dreaming because it was so crazy. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, wow. I don't even know what to say. That was something I don't think I've ever seen in my life.
I think it makes it more entertaining.
I mean, because of the circumstances that they have right now, I read some of the comments the next day on Facebook, and a lot of them were good. But then you get the idiots on there like, "Oh, I would have loved to seen a match between them two are some of the best workers in the game," and stuff like that. And I get that, but it's not the same without the crowd. It's just, I told her when Drew McIntyre beat Lesnar, I don't think it was a bad match, but I think most of the wrestlers, the ones that have been around for a while, the bigger names and the bigger matches, the timing was off in every match without the crowd.
Well, one thing I was thinking is that without the crowd, you can really tell how bad the commentary is. Because they're just kind of like, it seemed like they're phoning it in. They're just kind of like,
Did you notice
nobody gets like JR does about those matches. They don't get excited.
JR's the GOAT. And did you notice during the Edge Randy Orton match that they went like minute and a half without even talking?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they just like, I didn't know what happened. I thought they got kind of knocked out. Like they were like, I don't know, they went like 2-3 minutes at a time where they didn't even say anything. All you could hear was like the ref say something here or there, and then just like Randy Orton and Edge just like hit each other.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. You hear them pant and stuff because, Jesus, they beat the hell out of each other. That match was forever.
Now, if that was in front of a crowd, I could see that being a lot better.
Yeah.
Because the crowd would get really into that.
I mean, same thing with the McIntyre and Lesnar. For McIntyre to finally get his big push.
Oh, yeah. That's got to be disappointing for him not to have the fans there.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the night after the first night of WrestleMania. We watched the Chronicle on Drew and stuff, and they showed like the leading up to WrestleMania, and they started talking about the Corona, basically not even having WrestleMania. Yeah. And he's like, after all these years and he got released once and then brought back and all that stuff. And he said, after all these years of hard, fighting for everything I wanted to get to, and he's like, they're talking about not even having WrestleMania, and he was just like distraught as hell. He fought his whole time. It wasn't like Reigns and Lesnar for the title, which they've both been there. Would it be a big loss? Yeah, but not for someone like Drew McIntyre. This was like his big chance to be on the stage at WrestleMania in front of 74,000 people.
Yeah.
And then to tell him, well, you may not even get to wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks.
Yeah. So what other kind of entertainment have you been getting into lately?
Dude, just watching movies. And I mean, obviously I can't do a whole lot with my leg. Watching movies, shows. I watched the Page movie. I think I told you that. I watched the Page movie.
I kept trying to watch that with the kids, but they keep, like, nobody wants to watch it with me. I saw probably the first 25 minutes of it, and it seemed cool.
Good. Watched the Page movie. Me and Amanda watched Frozen 2.
Wait. I should have asked you. Which Page movie did you watch? Was it the WWE Family movie, or was it the one on?
I've already watched the other one. I've already watched a lot.
Okay.
I've already watched that one a little while
I just wanted
back.
to make sure there was no misunderstanding there.
Watched that one a while back.
Okay, so you said you watched Frozen 2?
Yeah, but the back to the Page movie, I got drop this one. I remember when the preview for that Page movie came out, for the theaters. In Grant said to me, he goes, "You think they'll bring anything up about the other Page movie in that one?" I'm like, "Grant, you fucker!" I started laughing. I said, "I shouldn't laugh at that." I said, "Shut up! You're not supposed to talk about that." He was like 15 or probably 16 at the time. I'm like, "Grant, that's funny, but stop. You shouldn't be talking about that." But
now Grant usually came to our WrestleMania shows. We didn't get together and have like WrestleMania pizza and stuff like that. So shout out to Grant.
Yes, he did actually get to watch WrestleMania because he asked me for my network password and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I gave it to him. So he did get to watch WrestleMania. He messaged me, asked me if he could use it. And I said, yeah. I said, that's fine.
That's cool. So what do you think of Frozen 2? Was that your kind of thing?
Never saw Frozen 1, but it wasn't too bad.
I saw Frozen 1. I thought it was like I thought it sucked. Frozen 1. Like all this singing and the stupid like angsty ice princess lady. I'm just not into that. Okay. But then the second one, we watched the second one in the theater. And I don't know, it's like if I watch an animated movie in the theater, it gets me every time. I like, no matter what it is, I cry. I can't cry over anything else except for if I watch an animated movie in the theater. I will cry guaranteed every single time. It could be
what other animated movie have you seen that you cried in the theater?
Oh man, Toy Story 4, I had like tears just like running down.
No,
or not 4, but 3.
Three.
I actually, honestly, I told her, I said, I like 3 more than I did 4.
Yeah,
I did. I like 3 more than I did
4. Okay, but back to Frozen 2. Like, I think that they were trying to do a thing where they have a little bit for everybody. Like, they had a lot of action for the boys. They had a lot of cutesy stuff for the girls. And I think for the dads, they made Elsa pretty hot. Right?
I don't know. What do you think, Amanda? I mean, as an anime character, is she nice looking? Yeah. I mean,
anyhow, so what else you been watching?
A lot of WWE Network.
Have you seen Tiger King yet?
Yes.
Have you watched all of it or just some of it or what?
Watch the whole thing. We watched last Sunday the updated. You know when they. Yeah, that is some interesting stuff. That's all I can say.
That was good TV. I don't think they expected that to hit like that, but people love that.
No, I don't think anybody did. I think it was like a world like most people, which majority of people, I should say, have never realized. I mean, even with like the way they were as people, and two, just the day-to-day operation of like a dealing with like a tiger cage type, like a tiger suit, I should say.
Yeah.
And then most of the people that they dealt with are just, all of them, they're just, wow, are they different?
Like meth head crazy people.
Meth head. I mean, even Carol Baskin's just being like,
Killed her husband.
hello. Yeah, did she kill her husband?
I'm going to go on a limb and say she killed her husband.
She killed her husband.
I know this is some far-fetched idea that no one else has ever
Yeah,
put
no
out there.
one else has said that.
I think she killed her husband.
But also, she's like, what was her saying on her show? She's like,
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
hey, there it is. Hey, you the kid, and then she's like, hey, and it's just like, and then her wedding pictures with her husband where he's like on the leash on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I have ideas.
I'm like,
Let me
what?
tell you.
What the fuck is? But then even not Joe, but the what was that guy's name? It had his girlfriends.
Doc?
Doc, that Doc guy. He has girlfriends and wives, and he said that he has them all trained to do what he. And like, who the
Oh,
fuck said
Doc Antle,
Anto? Yeah, yeah.
that
Because there's
culty guy.
how Netflix can make so much money if they did spin-off series just on him, Carol Baskins, and all them. How much money they can make just doing. Because then even that the guy that took over after Joe Exotic,
Jeff Lowe.
Jeff Lowe. I always want to say Owens, but Jeff Lowe and his wife, which I thought his wife is very good looking, and then he's like hiring
How old is she? Like 20? I don't know how old she is, but he looks like he's in his 50s, and she looks like she's 20 or something.
But he's hiring a nanny, and like the nanny has to be hot. Then they hire that nanny that looks like she couldn't take care of Duke.
Yeah.
That was the first.
She doesn't need any qualifications except for that one thing.
Well, then they asked last week when we watched the update. Did you watch the update thing yet with Joe McHale?
Yeah, I watched all that.
He's like, "How's the nanny doing?" He's like, "Oh, she's good, she's good." And then his wife goes, "She's good." She's like, "She's hot." And then they showed a picture of her. I'm like, she literally looks like she has no qualifications. It's like, take care of Michaela, and Michaela's almost 15. I'm like, what would she do if like so? Well, whatever. I'm like, hey man, that's whatever. But
I like that one guy got some teeth. He got his teeth fixed up.
Yeah, he got his teeth fixed, which that was cool. That they made that was like the biggest deal I seen before the re-airing showed was that he got his teeth fixed and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
and it blew my mind, which obviously everybody else is that to buy an actual grown tiger, it only costs you $2,000.
You just gotta know the right people, I guess.
And you know what blew my mind the most was it takes me back a little bit because I always thought Tony Montana was a stud because remember he had that tiger outside his little fortress thing in Scarface.
The thing is like they were talking about the food. Unless you get some food off the Walmart truck, you got to spend like tens of thousands of dollars to feed them damn things.
The upkeep is crazy because I seen Brian post on Facebook the one day to somebody's like, tiger only costs $2,000. He's like, and then you could just feed it expired Lunchables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the upkeep on the motherfuckers are crazy. That's why that Joe guy kind of started going in debt and shit like that. But it'd be interesting places to see how well they do because they're all closed down now.
Oh yeah.
One of them are open. They even said because they said that that Jeff Lowe kept it open because again they're in Florida, so they had more lenient rules up till a couple weeks ago, and until like the showing of that a couple weeks ago, or they were still open, and then they closed like right before the showing with Joel McHale. They were still open.
Yeah, because tigers can get the Rona.
Yep.
That's
well,
crazy.
yeah, we seen it. What was it? The Toledo Zoo?
No, it was. I thought it was Central Park.
Yeah, that's right. That one of the tigers got it.
I guess that's like a hint that humans and animals shouldn't be, especially like wild exotic animals, shouldn't be around each other that closely, because if this came from bats and stuff.
Yeah.
Or wherever you believe it came from, if you believe it's some kind of laboratory conspiracy theory or something like that.
Are you trying to say that China planted it in the United States?
I don't know. I don't have any. I don't really have any real conspiracy theories, but
me and the man were talking about that earlier. And honestly, I don't have any beliefs where it came from, but then I don't have any where it didn't come from. So I have no idea. I literally don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Not educated enough to talk about it. So
like, you got a girl in college, you got a girl in high school. Uh, oh wait, hold on. Brian chimed in. He said it came from eating the blue waffles.
I would put. Oh, I would do that. I would.
Oh my gosh.
I now I have. There's a theory that.
I'd give you some kind of flu.
Oh, Lord. I don't think there's a cure for that though.
Yeah. Okay, so I was gonna ask you, like, how are your kids handling being out of school? They're older. My kids are in preschool and grades and kindergarten, or not kindergarten. Shoot, third grade. You know.
Um,
Does Michaela have a lot of schoolwork she's got to do online and stuff, or?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, she does stuff during the day, stuff nothing like overwhelming or anything. Um, Haley's the one on certain days that has quite a bit, but it's not that big a deal because obviously working at Bob Evans, she's not working a lot. She's literally getting like this week. They actually called her in today, and well, they called her last night to come in today, and I think this whole week she might have got 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But she said the one thing, I don't know, you probably seen it on Facebook the other day that she thanked people.
You have to wake up at the same exact time.
Which said like 5 days. But not even with what makes an hour from driving from Sycamore to Tiffin. It's not really worth it. But she said, you know, maybe you seen on Facebook the other day that she posted. She's tipping extremely well.
People are tipping good.
Her tips, she's making almost more in her paycheck every 2 weeks in tips than she is hourly.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's why she posts on Facebook thanking people, you know, for tipping so well. And, you know, like she'll have people come in and get like a pickup for $12.83 and they'll give them a 20 and tell them to keep it.
Dang, yeah, that's pretty good. I've tipped pizza, and I did a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only mostly got pizza from town and stuff like that.
But yeah, and then like when I have her pick me up food and stuff, she's like, you know, she'll be like, "Can you give me some money?" And I'll give her like, "Well, like, Dad," I'm like, "Okay," so I'll give her another $2 or $3. I'm like, you know, yeah, that's, you know, true. You know, they got to make a living too, and you know, I'm still working. We're still working like normal because tile is essential. Don't ask me. It falls into construction. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
The mind is we're still getting. We're not as busy as we would be this type of year,
Yeah.
but we're getting nice orders in.
Because, like, right now would be when building stuff is kind of cranking up.
Oh yeah, this time of year is when we start really getting busy. This is
Yeah.
I mean, it's April, but this is when our busy time really starts hitting, and we're steady, but we're not. I wouldn't say we're extremely busy,
Uh-huh.
but for like, I mean, a lot of places now they're, you know, like Haley's boyfriend, and over in Clyde, they do stuff with Whirlpool,
Yeah.
for shipping and stuff, and right now we're getting about 25 to 30, sometimes less than that hours a week right now.
Mm-hmm.
Home, and farming gets paid for that, so money, you know, is not a big deal for him. But I mean, some of them people, it's like, then you start running into, what do you do? File for semi-unemployment,
Right, yeah.
and then unemployment right now is a mess, obviously. But
That's what I hear from all the press conferences. I don't know anybody personally that's
Well,
dealing with it, but
I just read the stuff on Facebook, and I've never talked to anybody like face to face that has to deal with it, but just people. Well, actually, I take that back. My ex-father-in-law, I've seen him. He's been laid off now for the last couple of weeks over there. He works over in Cary at CSP, and they pay for Chrysler, and obviously he got laid off. So and he filed for employment, and he said it took him like 3 days of playing and being on weight, blah blah, and he got called. He finally got through 3 days, hours of waiting, and he got through, and his unemployment went through, blah blah. But that was a couple weeks ago. I talked to him, and this is his third week. This week is his third week of being off, and he told Haley the other day, she was over there, that he still hasn't got any money.
Yeah, that sucks.
They're not money or anything. They just got the stimulus. Just him and her. They live very low, but then I've heard other people that filed, and 8-9 days later they got their first check.
Yeah.
It's just a mess, man. I don't know what to do,
So I got a few more questions for you here, but you wanna take 2 minutes? Take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back.
Sure. You gotta take a little leaky, do you?
Yeah, maybe so.
That's what she said.
Oh, anyhow. Okay, drinking beer and podcasting is a bad mix. But anyhow. Okay. Back to it here. I gotta look at my questions. We talked about movies and TV. Anything else you're watching? I watched did you see CM Punk has a movie on Netflix?
Is it where he's living in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me and the girls watched it a while back.
The girl on the third floor?
We looked it up. It came up on Netflix, and do you see the Rotten Tomatoes review for it?
No, I did not. I don't usually look at that.
It was like, well, if it's a movie I've never heard of, I'll look up Rotten Tomatoes on it just to see the review. Well, just look up the movie, see who's in it, look up Rotten Tomatoes. I don't always go off Rotten Tomatoes, but at least give me an idea if it's like 4% or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was really high. It was ranked really high. I was like, all right. Me and the girls were like, yeah, we'll check it out. We put it on, and we started watching. I'm like, that's what the girls like. I think that's CM Punk. Haley's like, you think so? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I had my phone charging or whatever. Like, I told Haley, I was like, look at that. See that CM Punk? She's like, no, that's not CM Punk. It's Phil Brooks. I'm like, she didn't know though. But I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's CM Punk. I'm like, I thought it was, but he didn't have his lip piercing in, and his hair was different. And he had a shirt. He had like a long sleeve shirt on. So, and we watched it, and it was, would I say, like highly like rated on Rotten Tomatoes? No, but it wasn't terrible. It was okay.
I liked it, and I like that it gets kind of crazy towards the end.
Well, it gets crazy like most of the movie. I mean, like he's a dirty man.
Oh yeah. He's like, yeah, some random strange girl comes around. He's like, yeah, I'll hit that.
I'm like, I'm trying to work my life out. I'm like, yeah, but I'll hit that. I'm like, nothing. Then he throws her out of his house. He's like, yeah. Nothing happened. I'm like, but it did, dog. I'm like, you can't hide it. I'm like, you're lying to the person that it happened with. So, but yeah, it wasn't terrible, but
yeah. I know we've been watching a lot of stuff lately. I can't think of what all really floated my boat. I mean, I like that. Mostly, we've been watching a lot of horror movies. I haven't watched much comedy or anything.
Yeah, I mean, when I was laid up and stuff, I watched on Netflix. I've seen either all of them or bits and pieces through the years and stuff. I watched all 4 of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh yeah.
All good.
It's been a long time since I watched those.
I know. That's why I was like, I've either seen them all or, seen bits and pieces of them through the years or whatever. I know the one I've seen like through the whole thing was 4.
Yeah.
The newest one with Chris Rock and Jet Li and stuff, but
I like the one where he's on the crapper and it's gonna like blow up or something. That might have been 2 or 3 or something.
2 or 3. Yeah. He's like, that's when they're trying to get a hold of him. They can't get a hold of him. And then Riggs goes to his house and he's up on the crapper. And he's like, first time in 15 years I'm able to take a crap without anybody here. And he's like, I can't get up.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit. Then I remember I was watching I think the second one or third one with Michaela and Joe Pesci. He's like, okay. Joe Pesci always says, okay. Michaela's like, I've seen him before. I'm like, Home Alone. And she's like, oh, that's right.
We're getting scammed by a kindergartner.
He's like, whatever. He's like, whatever. Look at this. Look at this, Adam. You getting this?
Hold on, what?
I can't. I don't know if I'm getting it all in the video.
Someone went a little too hard on the Mario.
Somebody's a little sleepy now.
And now has to take a break.
Hard on the Mario, huh?
She's in the recliner in the shed now. She's gonna be sleeping.
Dang, you must be getting old if you're like stressed out by the Mario. So stressed out you got pass out.
Well, she was yelling at it earlier. She get a little.
The 4 crowns and the margarita.
I can't believe if we would have cops in Sycamore, they might be here for domestic violence. The way she was yelling at Mario earlier.
It reset itself, and I'm so sad.
And then she lost. She got like so far, it actually reset itself. So she's like all set. Told you to put it on the memory card.
I even saved it.
All right, Adam. What else you got? You got some questions for me?
Okay, so you guys are cool, right? You guys keep up with the trends.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
Are you guys on the TikTok?
I am, yes.
I am not.
Are you on my TikTok?
You know.
Let's see. Why aren't you on my TikTok?
I didn't know you had a TikTok. I've only had mine.
Hell yeah, I got a TikTok.
Hey, first of all, I didn't know she was on TikTok.
Quarantine has hit me hard. I've done only one job. I got a lot of time on my.
Now the government says that TikTok is sending all your information to China, but I don't care. It's okay. Anyhow, here's my TikTok at PlatinumDragon7.
Oh, I should have assumed.
What? I would have never guessed that was your TikTok. Al.
Yeah, everything is that. I gotta keep it consistent, keep it on brand. How do I find you on TikTok?
I don't know. I don't know what my TikTok
Her
is.
TikTok is digging the pickles.
No, that doesn't sound right. It's Amanda Branham 7. I'm not super creative, clearly.
Oh, look at that. Platinum Dragon 7.
Ooh.
You guys get another person, you can be like 777.
Oh my
Like,
God.
be like a
tell me
click.
about it.
Okay, I'm trying to find you.
I have nothing.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Adam
You haven't ticked any talks yet. You haven't done anything yet. I want to see some dances and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
I just watch videos and like sound. That's all I do.
She's gonna tick my talk in a little bit.
I think, somebody come get her.
She dancing like a stripper.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a lot of people reuse like the same songs and stuff like that. Anyhow, so there's my TikTok at PlatinumDragon7. You can see us making Easter eggs and making whipped coffee and talking about PlayStation and stuff like that.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, better say hi to him.
Might not know I'm here.
Check this out, Adam. Money well spent right here.
To add a number, I need to, or to send a message.
Can you see that? Can you see what can koozie that is?
Goo Goo Dolls can koozie.
Yeah, baby. Got that at the concert last year.
When you were talking about going to Goo Goo Dolls, I didn't think like Goo Goo Dolls were big enough that anybody was a real big fan of them. I'm not trying to diss the Goo Goo Dolls, but I don't remember like. I guess it wasn't really the kind of music I listened to, because on the east side, if you had that kind of stuff bumping out of your 15s, you would have got shot probably.
Oh, when I listened to the Goo Goo Dolls back then, who would have shot me?
I
Brady, Annie. We're pretty
don't
scared.
shot you with a Nerf gun or something.
I'm scared of them guys. Or you, Brian was Brian technically East Side?
He was Central.
Was he on the cutoff? Was he on the cutoff at the East Side?
Yeah, he was like Uptown.
I
Uptown,
mean,
man.
I was technically west side of Attica, so it was me and Jared Daniel
Yeah.
throw you down. Um, no, I was a fan of Goo Dolls in high school. I mean, my music general now is like all over the place. But in high school, it was obviously, rap. But then the stuff that there was stuff that I was, you know, not rap live. Lightning Crashes. Oh, love.
Hmm.
Um, Metallica. Really like Metallica. Obviously Green Day. I'm a huge Green Day.
Yeah, I
Goo-
liked some Green Day and some Metallica stuff. Yeah.
Uh, then Goo Dolls was my like one of them like, well, Smashing Pumpkins. Love Smashing Pumpkins.
I think
And,
I like Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah.
and I wasn't like ashamed of any of them, but the Goo Dolls was one I was like, oh, that was the one I like listened in my room when like none of you guys are around or anything, and I'm
I
like,
don't. I don't think there should be anything as a guilty pleasure. I think you should be proud of whatever you like.
well, when you're in high school, you're like, you got the image to uphold, and you're like, oh man, you weren't like for somebody in our age too, like a guy to like Backstreet Boys. I'm like, you technically weren't allowed to like Backstreet Boys then because you'd be like, oh, you're gay or
Now I have to
that's
deal.
gay.
Now I have to deal with a wife that loves Backstreet Boys.
Oh, I wouldn't know what any of that's like.
What?
Backstreet Boys.
I've been to
What?
Backstreet Boys. I can say, and
Yeah.
Hey,
Hanson.
She
little Saturday
loves
probably can't go over the summer.
she loves I know now we're like there's like multiple because there was a uh Goo Goo Dolls was gonna play again around here in the summer again. Who are they gonna play with?
Lifehouse.
Lifehouse. She loves Lifehouse. And Goo Goo Dolls was gonna actually play with Lifehouse in Ohio this year. We were probably gonna go to that and then the Backstreet Boys with you guys, but who knows now? Because
Yeah.
Shane and Angela were gonna go too, so I was like, fuck, we'll go too. Well,
Joanna was there too.
yeah, and then her one friend Joanna, which she married. How do I want to say this?
I don't know.
Fadley? No.
Joanna is Jamie's sister.
Okay.
She didn't marry anyone.
Okay. Her friend Joanna would be Brandon Fadley's sister-in-law.
Okay.
So, but yeah, not that that like means anything, but Fadley, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, her and her husband were going to be at that concert, and I seen like a few other people on my Facebook and stuff that I'm friends with that were going. I was like, Jesus, because I told her I was like, Jesus Christ, we're going to go to that concert. We're going to fucking see everybody we know.
Sarah and I
And then
talked about going, but you never officially confirmed whether you guys were getting tickets or not. But I know, like a lot of that's probably out the window now.
She looked into it and stuff, and I never got back to you, and then
It
I
would
don't
have
know.
it would have been kind of a perfect thing to all be at that, because we'd have our women there, and then they could have a good time doing that, and then we could just get smashed, get a hotel room and stuff.
Yeah, that's what we were planning on doing. And then because she had looked it up and stuff, and because it was what on a Tuesday night.
I think so.
It was on Tuesday night, which kind of sucks, but I mean, still for all of us to go and whatever, and as long as the weather worked out well, I mean, we were planning on going whatever. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what the fuck? When was it going to be? July?
Mhm.
I mean, who knows what time it would be?
Yeah.
But so at least you're not having to like burn into your vacation with work and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought about taking some vacation days to do a couple projects around the house. Because right now it's like I'm sitting in front of a computer taking phone calls and working
Do
on.
you now working at home and stuff without like ratting yourself out? Do you technically work 8 hours?
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours still, basically.
Log everything like that? You're actually doing your normal. I mean, you're not getting
Um,
everything done.
we have, like check-ins and stuff like that. Like, hey, how are you doing on this project and stuff like that. And you actually have to produce stuff, so it's like
No,
legit.
I didn't like we're doing like paperwork and you can get shit done faster than technically they allowed it time. Like, oh, I got 8 hours worth of work, but man, I could cram it in and get it done in 6 hours technically and get paid for 8. But I didn't know if you actually had like a whatever. I mean, I honestly don't know what you technically do, so I don't
It
know.
is
But
it is a lot easier to get through things without all the back and forth. Like, people just send you an email or text or something right now instead of coming to your office, hey, blah blah blah, what about this, and then that takes away
oh yeah,
forever. A lot of people ask a lot of
the hang up. Yeah,
unrelated questions and stuff while you're at work, and then
I gotta tell you,
it
this
seems like
this is funny.
it
Go ahead.
streamlines it some. Okay, so what's up?
You got a lot of the side distractions kind of gone. You just kind of focus on what you're doing.
Yeah, while I have like a 3-year-old and 8-year-old like jumping all over the place.
It's a side distraction, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Or
um,
5-year-old. 5-year-old and 8-year-old. Sorry.
but,
Sorry, I had two Michelob Ultras, so I'm like forgetting my kids' ages now.
Adam's getting on the whoopsie. Oh Christ! Adam's gonna get all freaky tonight. Sarah's gonna blame me for this one. She's gonna blame me. Adam's drinking because he's with Tom, even though it's Skype.
Yeah, even during the coronavirus, you're still a bad influence.
Oh, Ben, I've been around in 4 months, and somehow I'm a. I gotta tell you this. Mark Ball, the Jamie Ball, John Ball's uncle. He
Okay.
works in shipping. He's been at Mercantile for like shit. He's been here it's like 40 some years. Good guy. Mark is a damn good guy. He's a little goofy as shit, but he's a super good guy.
He may watch this.
I was off work for 3 weeks. I went in that Saturday to just catch up on orders and stuff. I went in at work. I literally clocked in work. Him and this other lady that help in shipping and stuff, and she works in the office and stuff. This Penny lady, super nice. I walk up to him and I'm talking to him for a few minutes. I got my cane. I'm walking on my cane and stuff. And I'm talking to him. This, normally I do all the orders with the glaze stuff and stuff like that. The smart ball guy asked me. He goes, for a few minutes there and stuff, and he goes, "Hey, that 6-inch burgundy order. Did they get that started yet? Have they glazed any of that?" And I look at him. I go, "Mark, dude, I haven't been to work in 3 weeks. I don't know what the hell's been going on." Literally that day, 3 different times he asked me about orders, if they've started this or did that. I have not been there in 3 weeks, and he's asking me about orders if they done or not. I'm like, and I'm not trying to be mean to him because he's a nice guy, but I'm like, dude, I've been here in 3 weeks. I don't know if somebody's still alive or not, let alone if they or not. I'm like, I don't know.
So other than that, you guys all been healthy and everything like that. Do you know anybody that's got coronavirus?
One person.
Okay.
It's a guy that he lives in Bellevue. Actually, you had probably seen him because Cherie's friends with it. I think Cherie went to school with him in Bellevue. He was about. He'd be like my brother Ryan's age. His name's Luke. He's been at Brian's a couple times for when Brian used to have the cookouts and the fireworks and stuff.
Okay.
Because he works at a hospital. I don't know if works at Bellevue or Sandusky. He got it. He posted on Facebook that he worked at the hospital and he got it. His name's Luke. Um, but got it. I saw that about early this earlier this week that he had got it and stuff, and then he was self quarantined at home and stuff.
So how's he
But
doing then?
I haven't seen any more about it. But he said he was doing okay
Yeah.
when he had posted it. I don't know when he got it or whatever, but he had posted it was the beginning of this week. I want to say beginning of this week, maybe Sunday. Maybe, yeah, Sunday or whatever, because he had posted a picture that he had got it and all this stuff. Because I guess he was working there and he was working at East of Chicago in Bellevue, but he posted that he, when everything broke out and he was going to be working in the hospital with it, he stopped working at East Chicago.
Okay, I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
You're probably gonna think we're crazy, but I think about these food workers and people at grocery stores and stuff like that having coronavirus. So we go through the extra steps. Like if we get pizza brought in, we legit okay, last time we took the pizza straight out of the box and put it on a different plate. That's not that involved or anything like that. But we get groceries from grocery pickup, so we don't go in the store or anything like that. They put it in our trunk. And when we get home, we legit wash our groceries. Like if it's boxed granola bars, we dump the box out. But if it's like something in a can that we're going to use right away, we'll like wash off the can and stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't say crazy. I mean, yeah, you guys are precautionary. Yeah, I don't blame you. But the only question I got to ask is there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I get that. But what are you going to do when this is technically over and everybody's free and clear? Are you guys going to keep doing that? Or
No,
go back?
I mean, like, when's it really going to be free and clear, though? It probably not until they have a vaccine.
That's what I'm kind of asking.
So, I plan to continue doing this into next year, probably.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I mean, no, there is no when are we free and clear. I mean, that's the thing that I would ask. I mean, like, I wish there was an on and off switch where, like, say, come May 1st, when we're going to open back up the economy and we're going to open back up everything, we just flip a switch and everything's okay. But
right, yeah,
it's not going to be. I'm not, when May 1st comes around, like, oh, quarantine's over, Carmi's is open, B-Dubs is open. Am I going to run into B-Dubs and just hang out there for 4 or 5 hours? No, I'm like.
Right, yeah.
And I would hope some people with any common sense and brains are kind of that way. And not that I don't want to see Carmi's and B-Dubs do well financially and all this stuff, because I really want to. I mean, I wish I could help, especially Carmi's more than B-Dubs, because B-Dubs is a chain, but Carmi's, because the guy that owns Carmi's, I really like Adam, and he's super nice. He's always been nice to me, come out and bought me beers, and always comes up and shakes my hand, asks me how I'm doing, asks me how the girls I'm doing, and I want to help him out. I want to help, places like that out. The Mexican restaurant, the people in the Mexican restaurant, when I've always went in with the girls, super nice. I wish I had more money where I could just go and drop them $500 and say, hey, spread this on your workers and stuff like that. I wish I could do that more, but I mean, when just because when they say, oh, restaurants are going to be open up, I don't think people are just going to run into them.
Right.
Some will. I don't think it's going to be. People are still going to be hesitant. And I see a lot of the posts on Facebook where people for the last few weeks and even from day one think this is a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. Now, do I think it's the crazy death toll that they say? No. But obviously this is real. This is not a sorry to break everybody's bubble on this, and just my opinion. This isn't a hoax. This isn't something planted in the United States for China to get back at us. This is something that got into our country, and we we people need to be more cleansly. They need to wash their hands more. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah.
basically people just need to be more cleansly. And it honestly, just my opinion, people need to wash their hands more and just be more. You go into a Walmart bathroom and you take a piss and you go over and you flip the handle up and then you rinse your hands off and then you go. You need.
Well,
I'm like,
see, my habits were before all the coronavirus thing. Anytime I use the restroom, I'd wash my hands. So that was about it. Now it's like if I go to Walmart, I make
sir.
sure, well, I'm not going to Walmart right now, but I mean, like thinking about it in the future, if I go to Walmart, I'm not going to be like touch the door handle and sit there and pick my nose or something like that. I'm going to like,
Exactly, and that's the thing. That's what I think people need to realize a little bit. And I think maybe this hit home with everybody is, yeah, you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands. You take a piss, you go over, you wash your hands, you put the handle back down, grab the handle of the door. And I mean, the first time I did the same thing. I grab the handle, I walk out. Um, I get back out, I put my hands back all over the cart. I go and I get everything. And check out and I grab everything and I go to my car and I throw everything in my car and I go and yeah, I'd be the first to tell you I'd do that. I used to think I used to honestly laugh at people when they go into Walmart and they'd grab a cart and they'd grab one of the wipes and
oh
they
yeah,
wipe.
to wipe off the cart and everything.
I used to laugh at them, but you know what? I guess they, and I hate to say this because, the feelings I have towards her. My ex-wife has always been the type that she washes her hands, even when we were married, and I'm assuming she still does this way. She would. I used to joke with her when we were married that she used to wash her hands, and then how she'd clean up from washing her hands, she'd wash them again. And I used to make fun of her because she is like a germaphobe.
Yeah.
But
Oh shoot,
but
I'm definitely gonna be a germaphobe after this.
should I laugh at her now? I mean, should I laugh at her the whole time? No, I probably shouldn't have. So
You know what's
I,
kind of gross to think about is that anytime you've ever gotten sick, that's actually from somebody else's virus in their mucus and stuff like that you touched and then put in your face somewhere.
more than likely, yeah. But
And
the worst part is, like with me, I hardly ever get sick. That's what we were talking about that today. Other than obviously my leg issue, I can't tell you the last time that I was actually sick.
well,
It's been
working in an office, it seems like that stuff spreads around a lot. Like I had gotten a lot of colds, sore throats,
yeah.
sinus infections, stuff like that.
People more constricted, and you guys touch the copier and just whatever you guys kind of touch the same type of stuff, I guess. Maybe more restricted. I mean, a Seneca towel. I mean, the worst thing I could catch would be brought a fucking cold, but
Yeah.
I wonder why you had so many pictures.
What? Oh, my wife's picking on me over there. Go away. Anyhow, so I got a comment from the Facebook says,
that what it is. She missing me. Sarah missing me.
"Are you missing Tom, Sarah?"
Yes, so very much.
Yeah, she said so very much. Anyhow, so I got a comment in the Facebook says, "I shop for groceries online. I don't even go into the store anymore." I'm the same way, man. I buy as much stuff. I have Amazon and Target packages come in, and I do the grocery pickup at Kroger, which is a change for me because where I work, this has a Walmart and a really nice new Kroger there. And I used to go into the store every single day and just kind of like wander around and stuff. And I probably won't do that anymore.
It is exactly.
At least not
I
for a
mean,
long time.
I was gonna say you can get back to it. You just, like I said, you just. I think this is just gonna be. A lot of people. My mom and dad's always say like, well,
Oh my
will,
gosh, Aspen.
will America ever get back to where it was? No, never will. I would say we will get back to where we were. I think this is just going to be a slap in the face to people to be more cleansly. We have too many dirty people, and they're just going to have to be more cleansly with stuff. I mean, we're still going to have the flu. We're still going to have colds. We're still going to have germs. This was something supposedly not created here in the country, came from somewhere else, and then it just we have
Came from China.
not.
Isn't that what Trump says? Because it
They
comes
did
from China.
fat. If they would have cooked the fat right, they would have used those charcoal.
Tastes like chicken.
I want my pigtail.
Oh man.
My phone just died.
Hey, you better watch talking about Trump. I'm not talking about because he's our president. I'm talking about because he's the WWE Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, he might come in here and put the smackdown.
So tight.
He'll come over here. I mean, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. You respect your Hall of Famers.
That's right. That's right.
He beat Vince, all the billionaires.
Yep. Got to shave his head, didn't he?
Him and Stone Cold. Stone Cold gave him the stunner.
Yeah.
Stone Cold is billionaires the stunner. Imagine that.
Oh man, you got to think though, it's got to be hard being a president, like with all this stuff going on.
That's why I said the other day. I said as much as I don't agree with Trump on a lot of stuff, even DeWine. Not that I'm for or against him. I don't really know much about the guy. Right now is a time where you really can't get on anybody because what do you do? What do you do right now to take care of something? You don't know. This is unprecedented time. There's stuff they can do. It can completely backfire. There's stuff that they can do. And a lot of the stuff you got to do on the fly. Look at you see those small business loans and all that stuff. They ran out of money.
Oh.
They ran like the small business program they set up to help all the small businesses with loans and stuff to keep going and stuff. They ran out of money.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, that's stupid. How do they figure that out? Figure it out. They're figuring all this shit up on the fly to keep places going. I mean, the only thing I can even think that would be since I'm 38 in my realm is when Obama kind of took over when the economy was just basically crashed and the auto industries were basically out of business and he had to bail them out. And everyone's like, well, he shouldn't have done that. Oh, really? What should he have done? Let GM and Chrysler just go under? You know how many jobs that would have lost in America? Or, when Bush had to deal with 9/11 and basically the stock market crashed, 401ks crashed. What do you do?
Yeah.
Tell me the answer. Everybody can always say.
Wonder if I should have cashed out my 401k.
You don't want to use pink.
No. Don't even look at it. I got my IRA. I got my retirement that I have set up for myself, an IRA, and I got my statement the other day, my quarterly statement for the end of March, from January to March. Don't look at it, dude.
Yeah, don't look at it for about 5 years, probably.
I looked at mine I did have a boner.
Yeah. Oh man, I see all those memes about people 2020 hitting them pretty hard. Like everything was going smooth, and then all of a sudden 2020 comes around. It's like Stone Cold giving you a stunner.
Yeah. What was the one I showed you here? Is it 20? What was it? 2020? What was the meme?
No. Narrow it down, dude.
Oh, hold on. I got a meme. I don't know if I can. You still hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. So we got a comment. I like calling the virus the Chinese virus because that's where it came from. Okay, the World Health Organization, which Donald Trump doesn't want to fund him. I'm not going to get all political anyhow, but
here we go.
Anyhow, there's guidelines that you're not supposed to say that a virus is from a specific geographical location. So that's why they name the viruses stuff like COVID-19 and SARS-CoV-2 or whatever it is. It came from bats.
No,
Yeah.
they're not for sure.
Well, Sarah just said they're not for sure. I'm gonna say it probably came from bats. It came from wild animals in some point. Anyhow, this is probably misinformation. Nobody probably really knows.
You know what? They yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what I was gonna say. I need another name. I need another girl.
Anyhow, I'm gonna say Tom for president 2020.
Milo comes up to me every day.
If you know what? Hey, Adam said he running for president 2020. Like, I already had if Klotz can't stop me, neither can I don't know. If Klotz can't stop me,
Dad, you guys.
neither then can I almost say will not. It's fine.
You're not? Okay, then.
Don can't stop me. I don't know. Don, he's not.
That's not a good campaign slogan.
I'll come up with something. Adam,
Okay. So anyhow, do you have any like closing thoughts for people? Do you have good vibes you want to send out into the world?
that it's people help each other out, which I appreciate. I see a lot of the good things that people reached out and helped each other.
You got a yo from Jolene.
Jolene,
We went to school
our-
with her. Yeah.
I said hello. Well, obviously she can hear me.
Yep.
Just that, if you see somebody that needs help and you have the resources to help them, go ahead. My neighbor the other day told me, because he asked me how my leg was doing. And I said, oh, okay. And I was walking around with the girls and, I had my cane. I'm an old fart. I got my compression socks on too because I'm an old fart.
Yeah.
I got my compression socks on too. So he asked me if I needed my yard mowed. And I said, well, my dad was going to come over and do it and stuff. He's like, well, if your dad can't do it, he goes, let me know. He goes, it'd be an honor to mow your yard. That's what he told me. So he was out mowing that day, and my dad was running late because he's got, 10,000 mowers to work on right now. And so I had Michaela take out a $10 bill to him and, give it to him. And he mowed my yard for me. So,
awesome.
I appreciate it. Stuff like that. He mowed my yard for me and stuff because I can't get out there and do it. But, just stuff like that. Just people looking out for each other. He looked out. My other neighbor came out the other day and she told me she's old. She's older too. She's probably in her early 80s. Her husband's in his late 80s. And she told me, if you need anything, you let me know. I'm right there and stuff, and, just reaching out to everybody. If somebody needs help, somebody needs their, groceries gone and bought because they're older and they don't want to go, do it for them. I mean, it's just like any other time, just think of somebody other than yourself and just, I don't know, just help somebody out if they need the help.
Our neighbor gave us some masks. That's
That's
pretty
cool.
nice. They were in a Ziploc bag and stuff like that, and they're all, contained, and we kept social distance and all that. My sister's been doing an awesome job at making sure my dad has groceries. So,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
The neighbor lady that lives a couple houses down, she works with, I've known her for a while. She works over at MTech and stuff with where Crystal and all my other friends work and stuff over at MTech. And I've known her for a while, and I'm friends with her and stuff. She's a good person. And she posted on her Snapchat today that her and her, because she's laid off. They both work over at MTech Kasai. It's what it's technically called now. But they're laid off right now. So, they were having margaritas tonight. And I seen that they're having margaritas, and I slid up on her story. I'm like, nice. And she's like, do you want one? She goes, I'll deliver. And I'm like, well, I don't. But I said something to Amanda. I said, do you want one? She's like, yeah. And she's like, all right. And she asked what she wanted. And she came down tonight. That was the first time she met Amanda and stuff. She came out to the shed and stuff. She brought Amanda a margarita and stuff. Part of the reason why she half passed out in the chair. She brought her a big margarita and stuff, and she came over here and stuff and drank and stuff. And
That was the first thing that we had when we first started quarantining. We're like, we're gonna have to like celebrate or something to keep our spirits up. So I have a Vitamix, like a really kick-ass blender, and we made some margaritas. And then so then we ran out of tequila, and then the next week Sarah's like, we're doing this. Well, it's just a little bit of tequila.
well, no, you did. Sarah. You went through the whole bottle. Don't lie.
Okay, yeah, I might have drank a lot of the tequila before that. But then, anyhow, she's like, then we don't have much in the way of drinks. And she's like, we're doing this wrong. We need to have a bunch of drinks and we need to celebrate and stuff while we're doing this. You know, we need to live it up. So we went through a drive-through, and I feel bad because I made the poor girl do all this crazy stuff, put it in the trunk and like stay 6 feet away from me and all that in the drive-through instead of going through the window. Instead,
sounds like Adam, he kept every girl 6 feet away from him.
Yeah, every girl kept 6 feet away. Anyhow, so we ended up buying we got 12-pack of this Michelob. She got like 3 different 6-packs of stuff. So we got all this booze. And yeah, we've been like, okay, we're just gonna become alcoholics in the coronavirus or something.
There you go.
So yeah, we did that. And anyhow, I kind of cut you off. Any other good vibes you want to send out to people?
No, I think
your message basically was do stuff for your neighbor and things like that.
Anybody needs some help, and if you're willing to do it and whatever, just we're all in this together. It's not just you, me, and whatever. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't know. My neighbors always reach out to me, and I feel bad because they're all like so much older than me, and I always tell them, I'm like, even before all this, I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like, and they're like, well, anything I'm here, and I'm like, but you're like 80 and I'm 37. I'm like, I should be the one telling you I'm here for you, not the other way around. But that's what I was telling them.
Well, maybe you can pay it forward when you get back on both legs and all that. There you go.
Both legs, all 3 legs.
So do you have any social media you want to plug or anything? Anything you got going on?
Adam and Tom show. Man is TikTok. Looking to make some money off her TikTok. If you give 10 likes on her TikTok, she'll flash her boobs.
Sweet. Okay. There we go.
You just said you do that for free? Oh, now I'm gonna be driving us nuts all night.
I got to give a shout out to my Uncle Ed. He was on a previous one of these streams, and he is blowing up the chat. He is talking about the Randy Orton theme music right now, and he's talking about he'll take 2 margaritas. By the time I send you some margaritas, Ed, they'll be melted. So anyhow, yeah. You can hit me up at Platinum Dragon 7. And you can find me on YouTube at Platinum Dragon 7. And also, if you're on YouTube, search for The Adam and Tom Show. I'm going to put some links in the chat.
Platinum Dragon 7. If you're looking for me here, Platinum Dragon 7.
We're also... Okay, it's not updated very often, but at Twitter... Adam and Tom Show has a Twitter still. There is still a lost episode of the Adam and Tom Show that I need to put up when we did our 10-second challenge thing.
That was bad, bro.
You know what?
Night,
I got some free time tomorrow. I should be working on that. I should get that up.
Yeah, should.
Yeah.
It will help, but
Sarah,
help.
my wife just said I don't have free time. My time is her time.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah has pigtails right now. Wait. Let's get a shot of the pigtails. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she won't. You know what they say about pigtails?
Tell her I'll give her a little the gun show. No mission.
Anyhow. Well, it's been cool.
Yep,
Like,
I gotta get my.
I
down to
feel like, you know, we got the drinking going on tonight. I feel like we're hanging out, kind of like typical times.
Hopefully, maybe in a month or so we'll get back to normal. Get to hang out.
Sometime
fire.
it'd be cool if we can hang out together
We
again.
need to do an offline
Not
one because
done.
there's still that one thing I want to talk about. I can't do it.
Oh, okay. So anyhow, there's gonna be. I'm not gonna let you go completely. We're gonna end the live stream, but we're gonna chit chat with you a little bit for 10 minutes or so extra after this if you're down with it.
Okay.
So anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, check out our social media. This has been probably one of the best live streams we've done so far.
Show for sure.
Peace.
I'll